Hello gamers, my name is Bax. Today we are back again. I have an updated build for the Self-Healing Rogue. Very cool build. The talents are pretty much the same here. I'm just going to run through the talents, show off the important ones, such as Ruthlessness here I'm highlighting. Really good talent, you want to make sure you have that. I'm taking points in Sinister Strike, Evasion, and Sprint. Just kind of what you'd expect in case you're rooted. I play Sword, so on Sinister Strike. This build will work with daggers, but as you can see I'm highlighting Opportunity. We're not going to be running this no matter what you're doing. These points in Subtlety are just kind of, some of them are throwaways. We're just trying to get deeper into the more important talents. So I'm just going to run through here. I love this talent because it's going to reduce your blind. Really nice that. And Vanish. And then I'm grabbing Ghostly Strike. I use Ghostly Strike all the time. It's a little bit of an energy cost, but definitely recommend it. And then here we got Serrated Blades. Serrated Blades really important because Serrated Blades going to increase your Crimson Tempest damage. And then another talent I love is Heightened Senses. It just gives you 4% chance to not be hit by spells. Really nice talent, kind of slept on. So now the big changes here. I have updated some gear. I have the 2-piece Tier 1 tank set, which is going to make our Crimson Tempest cost less. I've also switched to Main Gauche. Main Gauche with Crimson Tempest and the Shuriken Toss self-healing setup is phenomenal. Main Gauche, and then I'm spamming Sinister Strikes because it's only 20 energy. Therefore, I have more energy all the time to heal myself with Crimson Tempest. Really elevated the build a lot. I've also gone with the 6-piece tank Dark Mantle and the 2-piece Tier 1 like I said. And everything is enchanted with HP or attack power or whatever will make me tankier. Also got some honorable mentions there with the PvP trinket, the weapon chain, and the free action potion. I'll be using these in the next pull that I'm doing. I like to just keep these on me. You want to have a way to get out of things, and you want to also never be disarmed. So now we're going to go into the pull. This pull is still being optimized. It's really difficult. I don't know if this is like the best or worth it, but we are limit testing. We are pushing this build to the limit with the limited amount of gear I have. It's not that crazy. But you can see what I do is I get rooted and I use improved sprint. Then I get rooted again and I PvP trinket. And then in this pull I'm actually in position, so I'm okay. I don't need a free action potion. But you can chain the PvP trinket, the improved sprint into a free action, and you have like 45 seconds to get around. You cannot be rooted. Really nice. Rooting in this dungeon is brutal. I have the weapon chain so I can't get disarmed. So I get my back to the wall and I rip the evasion off the go. Keep Blade Dance up, keep Crimson Tempest up like we always do. I'm using Main Gauche to build points and always keeping at least 1 point Crimson Tempest on all the mobs. Then I'll use a Shuriken Toss and use a 5-point Crimson Tempest for 12-second bleed. Every time that bleed ticks, I'm getting self-healing. I saw someone ask me, where's the healing coming from? It's coming from the Carnage Rune. Carnage Rune is giving you 40% healing for the bleed damage that you're doing. So by applying bleeds to everyone, we're healing ourselves 40% of that bleed damage off everyone. And we're improving that bleed damage with the Serrated Blade talent we highlighted earlier. So here we are, just did the first pull. You could probably pull more if you have better gear than me. If you don't, you might want to pull less, get a feel for it. The thing for this build is you do need a good amount of mobs to actually survive, because you need like 10 mobs at least to sustain yourself throughout the bleeding. So I'm going to set up the next pull here. Ideally, I would be waiting for my evasions. You would do a pull every 3 minutes because you need evasion. I have preparation, so it's not a big deal. Right there, I get rooted, I have preparation, I sprint into free action potion. And now I have all this time with sprint free action, cannot be rooted. I get into position. I keep my Blade Dance up, and I start building points for a Crimson Tempest. This pull is really sketchy. I gotta pop evasion soon and get my back to the wall. The big thing is these mobs will root you and get behind you, so you cannot parry them and you cannot dodge them. It's the reason I'm dying here. But I reposition and and I get them all in front of me. And then you can see I'm starting to heal myself back up. We're looking really good. Blade Dance falls off, and I'm slacking here. My Blade Dance falls off, and I lose a ton of HP. So I find a healthy target, Shuriken, Crimson. Now they're all bleeding, I'm good. I throw a Dynamite, probably don't need to. You can see how low I'm getting on the second pull. It's really tough. But we're out here just limit testing and kind of just showing off the potential here. And it's only going to get crazier as the phases come out and we get more tank gear, more off-spec gear, even more tier 1 gear would be huge. So yeah, that's pretty much the updated guide. There's a few things I missed, like I am wearing Flask of Titans to test this build, test this farm. But the whole point of this is that this is the updated build that you can go ahead and apply to any of the other farms that I've been posting on this channel. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate everybody.